to do another video about Katt Williams' roast that he just released, or that was just released on Netflix, right? So I know a lot of people are hearing about the roast that Katt Williams, I mean Katt Kevin Hart's roast that was on Netflix. Now it was okay. It was all right. To me, Katt Williams was the best one who was on the roast. And Katt Williams started off by saying Kevin Hart must be pretty sad as a entertainer or something, because no one else would, they couldn't get anyone else to come roast him but his enemies. And I thought it was something like that, right? It wasn't those exact words. That is in my opinion. Okay, let me make that clear. This video is for entertainment purposes only. And this is all alleged. Okay. So I thought that was real strange, real different, that they would need Katt Williams to come through and pull together some great comedy or a great show for Kevin Hart as a roast. Now, I will say, when you think of a roast, you already know everyone's going to go in on the person um, that everyone's there for, right? Who the roast is about. It's not a roast is not to make anyone feel good. It's a laughable time. It's definitely, I guess, like satire. Would that be considered satire? Um, it could get uncomfortable with some of the things that's being said in a roast, but it's meant to put you down. I've never really understood why someone would want to be roasted. To me, in my opinion, it's it's unnecessary. But I guess if you had a opportunity to say some things about someone who you like, but you felt some type of way about, or you had some crazy thoughts about, then now's your chance to say those things, right? So that's exactly what a lot of people did. Now, it was really nobody at the damn roast. I was like, where's Katt Williams' friend? I mean, Kevin Hart's friends. Where it should have been Dave Chappelle there. I'm thinking Ice Cube should have been there. Like some other great comedians, I felt like should have been there at the roast, but nah, it really wasn't given. Usher did perform. Meek Mill performed. Serena and Venus Williams was there. Chelsea Handler, she's going to be there. Tom Brady, Shane Gillis, Tony Hitchcliffe, Draymond Green, who is the NBA star. Cheryl Underwood was there. Regina Hall. What's the girl? Tiffany Haddish, wasn't she there? I think Tiffany Haddish was there. I'm not quite sure. Um, who else was there? Jeff Ross, Dwayne Johnson was there, of course. But to me, it just seemed like it was missing some oomph. It was missing some people. Definitely some of the greats comedian, some of the greater comedians I felt like should have been there. What's up? But they weren't. I was real shocked that it wasn't a lot of great comedians there, as showing support for Kevin Hart. Now, if you don't know, I just did a video about Kevin Hart yesterday talking about the lawsuit that he has allegedly against his former employees, saying that allegedly they learned skills from his corporation and they're taking it to use it in their businesses, and he doesn't like that. Anyway, and I said in that video that I felt like it was about to be the end of the whole Kevin Hart era. With the roast being a roast, to me, the roast comes at the end of your career. Okay, so this kind of validates it for me that this is the end of Kevin Hart's career right here. We probably won't see Kevin Hart in any more movies. I don't know. I don't know. Or any movies that would be considered a good movie, right? I'm not sure. Maybe it's not the end. Maybe Katt Williams. I mean, why I keep saying Katt Williams? Maybe Kevin Hart. Maybe because he was the highlight. Okay, well let's just go there. Okay, yeah, I feel like Kevin Hart's career is over. Okay, I'm saying that. All right, and I said also in the last video, if you didn't see it, check that out. But Kevin Hart sold the rights to his name, and his name holds his it holds weight, right? You hear anything that's talking about Kevin Hart, you're thinking about his movies, you're thinking about his branding, right? So with him selling the rights to his name, then he's not going to make money off his branding because someone else owns it, which is weird to me. It's strange. But allegedly, Jay-Z did the same thing. Again, that's alleged. That's what I heard. I'm not quite sure. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me because I'm thinking if you have to sell the rights to your name that your mother gave you, you got to sell the rights to it, then you're broke. You're needing some money. And that's my opinion. Like I said, this is all alleged, and in my opinion, I do not know what the heck that is all about. But let's get to Katt Williams, okay? So Katt Williams roasted the hell out of Kevin Hart. He did an excellent job. To me, he made the show. He made the show great. He threw some jabs in there. He didn't go as deep as he could have went, but he did go deep. And I think he understood the assignment and that they really needed something. And if he wasn't there, y'all, if Katt Williams was not there to roast Kevin Hart, it would have been pitiful. Okay, it really wouldn't even be worth Netflix having. But since it was on Netflix, I felt like since they couldn't get any other great comedian, they had to go to the enemy. Now, if you don't know the reason behind Kevin Hart and Katt Williams' beef, allegedly, and in my opinion, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna rewind it back for y'all. So um Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish did a movie together. I think it was named Night School or something like that. Night School. Anyway, just to let you know the relationship there between Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. So before that, I believe before that movie came out, Kevin Hart, Katt Williams, went on a radio station. I believe that was in Georgia, Atlanta, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but I know the host of that radio show, her name was Wanda, and she passed away after that. But she was upset with Katt Williams because he said Tiffany Haddish wasn't a great comedian. And she felt some type of way, and Katt Williams went in on her, right? And it was brutal. Okay, it was brutal. And then she couldn't come back from that. And it was sad because you're looking at this older woman and you're thinking, Dad, why did you have to go there? But she did it to herself. And yeah, Katt Williams, he gave her a brutal beating. But it was nice and it was smooth. And then later on, she ended up passing away, which ended up being super sad because now this is her legacy. Everyone's going to remember her in that radio interview. I felt like she went in and she shouldn't have did that. She should have just stated her opinion and just kept it quiet, kept it neutral. But she wasn't ready for Katt Williams at all, and he came with smoke, okay, because he was ready. But anyway, so he made some comments saying Tiffany Haddish was not a good comedian. Then later, Kevin Hart did a interview on the Breakfast Club, and he wanted to. I guess that was during the time the movie came out. Him and Tiffany Haddish was on the Breakfast Club, and Kevin Hart, I guess, in my opinion, allegedly, maybe he felt like he needed to say something to kind of stand up for Tiffany Haddish, and he made a comment or made some jokes or something about Katt Williams, And then Katt Williams did a show with he did an interview with Club Shay Shay, okay, Club Shay Shay girlfriend, okay. And then he went in on Kevin Hart. He like went in. It was brutal, like Katt Williams does, right? And then so it seemed like to the public, okay, they got a whole lot of beef. So to see Katt Williams being on Kevin Hart's roast, it's like, hold up, is everything okay? But anyway, everything was calm and cool. It looks like Katt Williams, he understood the assignment. After he roasted Kevin Hart, they shook hands. Kevin Hart said, "Look, I just want to let you know I don't hold no grudge against you. You're my dog. Let's squash the beef." Katt Williams never did say yeah, nay. He just shook his hand and he was holding his head down and he shook his hand. Now, at the end of the roast, Kevin Hart did say that, and he probably was playing, or probably he probably wasn't. He said that, fuck that. I didn't mean anything I said to him. That was all a lie. But to me the roast was to me, Katt Williams was the star of that show. I'm gonna put it like that. So yeah, that's it. That's it, and that's all. That's pretty much all I have to say about that roast. It's on Netflix. Y'all could go check it out. I wouldn't pay for a subscription just to watch it, but to each his own. Y'all do what y'all need to do. I'm just surprised that it wasn't some other great people there, great comedians other than Katt Williams, because I do feel like Katt Williams is the beast, okay, in his craft. He is. But I was just surprised that, you know, it wasn't no other comedians there. Like it could have been the red dude. What his name? I don't know. Nick Cannon could have been there, Steve Harvey or some shit. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of people was missing. Okay, that should have been there. It just seemed off to me. But anyway, that's my opinion of the Kevin Hart roast. It should have been called Katt Williams roast Kevin Hart. That should have been the name of it, because to me, like I said, that was the best part of the damn show. Besides for watching Usher. But anyway, you guys tell me how y'all feel about it in the comment section. Let's definitely talk about it. I know some guys going to have an opinion that's opposite of mine, and that's fine. I mean, we can't all do the same thing, think the same thing. Who wants to do that? Who wants to live in that world? Anyway, leave your comment in the comment section. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel here. Give me a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll be back with another one